in my comments as usual to see what my lovely subscribers had to say about my video. You want to know what the top comment was? Anyways, here's a cookie recipe. That was the best thing you guys had to say? And all of the other comments were things like, respect to that one guy for commenting a cookie recipe. You know what? If it really was that good of a comment to get 4,200 likes, the cookies must be good. So I'm gonna trust you. I left my desk to go to the shops and buy all of the ingredients to bake these cookies to settle this once and for all. And as the comment said, preheat the oven. Line some trays with a baking sheet. Cream together the butter, brown sugar, white sugar until light and fluffy. Add the eggs one at a time and mix in the vanilla extract. Whisk together flour, baking soda, baking powder, and salt in a separate bowl. Slowly add it to the wet ingredients, mix in the chocolate chunks, then use a cookie scoop to evenly put cookie dough on a tray and bake for 10 to 12 minutes. If you think about it, they look a little bit like Minecraft cookies too. All we gotta do is let them cool for about 5 minutes and time for the test. Was this comment onto something?
Okay, the moment of truth. Yeah, it's a good cookie. The chocolate chunks were so worth it. Shout out to that one comment.
The other day.
I trapped 100 fans in a box to find the best Camman 18er. For the first challenge, they have to make this simple one-block jump. All right, we got the ladder. Here they come. Oh, but there's an entity collision. Oh my god, he fell off. How is there so many people falling off?
I just took out a drink that cost $1, but everyone was stunned when they saw it. The CEO even offered $3 million.
What'd they say?
Oh my. The internet is very divided over this post on Reddit, with someone asking if it was possible to come up with a new shape. But how could a shape be new? Surely all shapes already exist. While running computer models, trying to understand how cells in our body pack together efficiently into the tricky curves of our organs, a team of researchers discovered the scutoid, a bent, prism-like shape with 5 slightly slanted
Which one hurts more? A. An ankle twist. B. Cracked lips. C.
My son finally beat the old man in chess, and it was the worst mistake of his life. My son sat down to play for the first time, and the old man laughed. "Are you ready, kid?" 10 moves later it was over. My son stared dumbfounded, but the old man was already resetting the pieces. This time, halfway through, the man stopped my son's hand as he was about to move his knight. "Not there. Look at the board." He pointed at the queen. I saw it click, and his eyes lit up. From that day on, my son said, "I'm going to beat him. Just watch." And we came to the park every day to play. One day, it was pouring rain, but the man was still there with an umbrella propped over the board. That was the day my son took his bishop for the first time. The man laughed. "You're getting dangerous, kid." But then one afternoon, the man wasn't talking. He was staring at the empty bench beside him. My wife used to sit here and watch me play. She was all I had. My son got up, walked around and hugged him. Then he sat back down and pushed his pawn forward. The next day, the man handed my son a chess book. Inside the cover was written, "For Daniel. Can't wait to teach you." My son looked up. "Who's Daniel?" The man's eyes dropped. "My son. He passed before I got to teach him, but now I get to teach you." He opened to chapter 1 and pointed at a diagram. "This is how you open against a queen's gambit." Over time, the games kept getting closer. My son was now seeing 3-4 moves ahead, and one day after a close loss, the man smiled at my son for a long time. "I think you're finally about to beat me." Then the day finally came. 6 months after he first sat down, my son moved his queen slowly across the board. Checkmate. He jumped up and pumped his fist, turning to me with the biggest smile I'd ever seen. Then he turned back to the old man. "Good game." He reached out his hand, but the man didn't move. He was just sitting upright, leaning back against the chair, staring with these wide eyes. My son's smile dropped. I walked
Girl Garden.
Okay, Roblox, we have been tricked. Why?
If you fall, but never hit the ground, that's exactly satellite.
Why do we buy eggs? 1, 2, 3, 12, not 10, not 15, always a dozen. We go to the Middle Ages, Europe. There's these. Why do we buy eggs? Like 1, 2, 3, no, not 10, not 15, always a dozen. We go to the Middle Ages, Europe. There's these chaotic markets everywhere, and eggs, they're abundant.
I'll do 7 eggs, please.
So the sellers start painfully counting. 1, 2, 1. Wait, they don't count like we do. They have this base of counting system using their finger. So use your thumb. One hand goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 12, and both hands together easily get 24. Count to 7 was actually quite tricky, but then England introduces the imperial system. They start converting base 12 into a system of base 10. So their money, well, 1 shilling equals 12 pennies, and 1 egg is 1 penny, which meant 1 shilling now bought you 12 eggs. And because it's nice to buy 12 eggs worth 2, it's stuck.
The school bully slammed his hands down on the table in front of me, and I knew my about to get worse. I was just sitting down at my usual table in the cafeteria when I heard the dread sound of Leo's voice. Dad was town mayor, and he could get away with murder. Teachers all turned a blind eye when they saw him hurting someone. He wasn't afraid to get physical with people, but lately, he has been targeting me. I jumped when he slammed his fist down on the table in front of me. Then he grabbed my tray of food and dumped the hot chili all over my head, smearing it into my hair. Instead of running off, I stood and faced him, anger filling me as I felt the chili seep through my clothing. It was disgusting and I was pissed. For once, he looked a little nervous as silence fell over the students in the cafeteria. "Aren't you going to run away?" he asked. I laughed coldly. "Someone needs to stand up to you," I snarled. Leo's eyes widened in surprise, and he quickly stepped away from me. He turned and quickly walked out of the cafeteria. A moment later, he brought a teacher into the room, just as a murmur began rising. A hush fell over the crowd again. "What is going on?" the teacher demanded. Leo had fake tears in his eyes as he pointed at me with a shaky finger. "He was bullying me," he sobbed. "He took my lunch and then dumped it all over himself for some reason." It was such a ridiculous accusation that I couldn't help snorting. A scatter of laughter washed over the students. "Principal's office," he growled. "Now," I stared at him. "No," I said coldly. "Go," the teacher snapped, "before I have to call your parents." "Wait," a girl at another table called suddenly. "I have the whole thing on video. If you don't do anything about Leo, I'll be posting the video to the internet and it will go viral." Leo instantly paled, and so did the teacher. "Delete the video," Leo said. The girl shook her head and smirked. "You're done, Leo. My dad will kill me," Leo pleaded. I said, "Promise to stop the bullying, and you need some sort of consequence for all the stuff you've done in the past." The teacher sighed. "Let's go, Leo," he said. "Principal's office, and I'll be calling your parents." He grabbed Leo's arm and dragged him out of the cafeteria. The girl came up to me with a sly smile and showed me her phone. I stared at the blank screen in confusion. She laughed. There was no video. The school bully slammed his
Attaboy! Oh!
Where am I?
But you don't remember what exactly happened?
No.
Do you know what year it is?
This rider's life changes because of a 1-second mistake. A car just swerves into his lane like it owns the road, and the crash becomes unavoidable. In an instant, he's on the ground. He's wearing full protective gear, but the impact is so that he suffers temporary memory loss.
What the hell happened?
Swerved over.
Are you okay?
Is he still stopped?
Yeah, he's right there.
Bro!
Lay down, be cool. Just be cool.
You want to take your helmet off at all?
No, I want to know what the happened.
Okay, sir. You hurt anywhere?
My head hurts, my elbow hurts, my hip hurts.
When the paramedics arrive, things get even stranger. He knows his name, but he has no idea what year it is, and he can't remember what just happened.
What's your name?
Robert, Bobby.
Robert. Hey, what's going on today?
I'm not exactly sure.
Okay, are you hurting anywhere?
I think my hip is hurting.
Your right hip or your left hip?
Left hip.
Okay. But you don't remember what exactly happened?
No.
Okay. So you don't remember getting hit or anything like that?
No.
Can you kind of tell me what happened? You were riding your motorcycle, I assume. And you just kind of ended up here?
Yeah, I really don't know what happened.
You don't? Okay. Do you know what year it is?
2020.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanna, like, where
what?
Where am I?
Okay, you're in U City.
You're on Delmar.
Yeah. You know who the president is right now?
I don't.
You don't know? Okay. So
Look,
here's the
no.
thing. When you're not able to answer everything appropriately, we kind of have to take you to the hospital.
Can I try to stand up myself?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to shine this light in your eyes real quick. Just look at me. Good.
Chamo ela de gostosa e ela responde assim: normal, mamãe passou açúcar em mim. Normal, mamãe passou açúcar em mim. Passou!
The killer.
The order of starts.
A world without garbage.